What's up guys, Shockwave640 here, and today I bring the new Transformers Combiner Wars Shockwave. And so yeah, I actually just recently went to the store over the weekend and bought a few new figures. I have Combiner Wars Onslaught, Combiner Wars Brawl, and Combiner Wars Shockwave here. And so I will be reviewing those soon enough. And so one of my friends told me that I should probably review another Shockwave since my channel is supposed to be kind of featured my tongue just stopped working. It's featured off of Shockwave. I think that's how you properly English. I'm not exactly sure because I don't speak English. I speak French. But so yeah, here's Shockwave's. Well, this is his, I guess, spaceship mode. Maybe it's an homage to Fall of Cybertron, but really it's supposed to have the handle down and it's a gun. This gun can be held by their bigger combiner guys, and I'll show that off in a second as soon as I get the size comparisons out of the way. It really looks like it's meant to be held by deluxes. It just doesn't fit right. And I'll show you what I mean. But let's do some size comparisons real quick. So here we have Shockwave, and here we have Combiner Wars Blades. And so Shockwave is, of course, I think they're called Legends class. So he's obviously going to be a little bit smaller than Blades. So he's falling over. So there he is with Blades. Here he is with the Fall of Cybertron Shockwave reviewed a little bit ago. Because why not do other Shockwaves? You gotta compare Shockwave with Shockwaves. It's Shockwave. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but the Combiner Wars Shockwave is a lighter purple. So and yeah, he's a little bit of a lighter purple, not too terribly lighter. He's not like what I'm about to show you, the Transformers Prime Commander Shockwave. He's not this light, which I actually prefer the darker color for Shockwave. But I do like this one because it is highly metallic. But so this guy is about pretty much commander sized. That's what these legends are. They're really just commander sized figures. But so there he is with that. If you wanted to see any of that, none of my size comparisons are in vehicle mode, so I can't really show you their alt modes. But they're pretty much the same thing that you're going to be seeing. But so actually bringing in our Combiner Wars Blades here real quick, and you can see it does have the standard like deluxe sized port right there, and so you can, with some of the figures, you can get it to wedge in there, and then you can have them holding a BFG, just have a huge Shockwave cannon, which doesn't make sense for an Autobot. I guess this would make sense for Vortex that they released, maybe? I don't know. I don't have them, so I'm not supposed to know. So yeah, now bringing in a big Combiner Wars guy. Let's bring in my almost Bruticus. So let's bring in the big old guy. So yeah, it's almost Bruticus. I just don't have the right arms for him. So let's focus on that arm right there. And so basically, same concept. You take the handle, make sure it's down. It's really, really easier if you actually grab the hand and you pull it off. And then, here, let me try to show you. And then that just simply uses one of the holes on either side. It's really hard to do because the handle likes to move a lot. It doesn't really lock in anywhere. So there you go. You have that. And then there you have the hand holding Shockwave. And if you want to, you can curl these fingers around it a little bit more. And then here's the issue that it has. First of all, it likes to move to the side a lot. And second of all, it doesn't want to stay looking forward all that well. Especially if you try to move, if you try to put the gun all the way in the hand. And so you just peg that back in. And one more of the problems I have with Shockwave's gun mode is it makes the arm a little bit too heavy. Like, you can't see it now because I don't have him I don't have his arm sticking straight. Here, I'll try to show you. But see, his arm. If you have a Combiner Wars figure with the weak hips like my Dead End has, he's not going to hold up Shockwave because Shockwave's not a heavy figure. He's just too bulky for some of the waists to hold up. This arm can hold it up, but that's because he has got a way tighter waist joint than Dead End has. So it's really just depending on how tight your figure's joints are. So it's your mileage may vary kind of thing. Maybe it'll work better for you. Maybe it won't be so wibbly wobbly in your Combiner Wars figures' hands, but in mine it's a little bit wibbly wobbly. So I wish it was a little bit tighter. So the things I do and don't like about this gun mode is, one thing I do like is the paint that they use. It's a really nice metallic purple paint with like a metal flake finish going on. A few of the things I don't like is these. They're starting to grow on. They're just Shockwave's feet that are folded up and like breaking his ankles. So that's kind of growing on me. Oh yeah, how he's got the hand and gun hand just kind of hanging out back there. I mean, the gun hand looks fine, but the normal fist kind of looks weird. I mean, I don't really care for the way that looks too much. Another thing is how you can obviously see basically his entire robot mode just sitting right here. That kind of bothers me a little bit. And that's pretty much everything for his gun mode. Up here in the front, he does have 2 barrels and this clear pink plastic right there. He's got a lot of clear bits on him. Like you see his clear chest, clear pink where the knees are going to be, and the clear hands. Actually, his entire forearm is clear. Just painted some of it purple. It does have the nice Decepticon logo, which, yeah, there you go. Nice Tampergraph Decepticon logo that you can see there. And I might as well show this one right here. I think it does have a Tampergraph Decepticon logo right there on the chest as well. So now let's get to the transformation, because the gun mode is, honestly, I think it's the weakest mode. I think robot mode is where he really shines. So to transform him, you want to fold that up. You want to come here to the back, split his arms, and bring them down like so. And then that will free up this, and you just kind of fold that up. And then you just come here, grab the legs, go like that, and then rotate it up the bicep. Or not bicep, at the hip swivel, I think is what it's called. I can't even remember what the actual term for it is. It's been a while since I've actually named or seen what these things are called. But you rotate it at the joint right there, not the ball joint, at the mushroom peg joint right there. You want to rotate that and get it facing forward. And then what you want to do is you want to grab these sliders here, and they will go up and go right into where his waist is. They're really, really tight on mine, almost scary tight. So put those up, fold his feet down, make sure you've got him standing, bring down his arms, and then this joint here, you'll just straighten it out, and it'll also straighten out his elbow sometimes. Fold this one out, kind of on the ratchet joint almost. It's got like a few locking points, so yeah, it's kind of weird, but I don't really care. And then right here, you just want to grab this part. If you had this part like this, you just want to fold that up, and fold this entire thing down, and that will reveal his head. And sometimes I have it looking down. Make his head look forward. And there we have Shockwave in his robot mode. And I do like this Shockwave. It's probably one of the best Shockwaves I've seen. I just don't like how chunky and blocky he is. He's a little bit thick for my taste. I wish they'd either give him a bigger head or skinnier body and skinnier legs. I mean, he's a little bit chunky on my side. But some people do like this look for Shockwave a little bit better. I just kind of don't. It just doesn't work for me. Shockwave does have the clear gun hand and the clear fist, to kind of an homage to the original G1 toy. He's got the clear chest. There's black paint going across it on the side. You can see his Tampergraph Decepticon logo. His head is, I think it's purple plastic. It's probably gray plastic. I can't really tell if the purple on some of this is either molded in that color or painted. It's kind of hard to tell, but his head is purple. It's got a little bit of black paint in there, and it's got the yellow for his eye, and then he's got the silver ears. Nice metallic purple all over the place. You can see all throughout. It's a really nice figure. He's got the silver plastic there. He's got silver 6-pack, or 8-pack really. He's got the clear there right above the knees, and the silver feet, and then more of that paint carrying over. On his back, not much exciting to look at here. His legs are super hollow. There's a tiny bit of detail there on the sides. You can see like some hoses, but everything else is really just like the 2015 Hasbro and made in Vietnam and that CE logo that pretty much every Transformer has. So on the back of the legs, they really kind of just skimped us out on the detail, but I'm really glad that they decided to put all that crap on the back. I really would not have liked it if they would have like stuck it like somewhere obvious, like on the back of his arm, or like right here, just on his back section, or something weird like that. So I do appreciate where they put that stuff. So you actually do get some options with displaying your Shockwave. Either you can have him like this with the lower shoulders, which I think was what the instructions show, or what I prefer is you can actually raise the shoulders up a little bit by using that hinge right there for transformation joint, and using the way that the ball joint works, You can have him with higher shoulders, which for this Shockwave, since he's so chunky and bulky, I think it works better for him like this, just because it helps him look a little bit more, I guess, chunky and bulky, maybe. It just kind of makes him look, it's more aesthetically pleasing. I mean, either you can have the arms down, like that, if you prefer this look, like with Shockwave having a higher head and slouching shoulders, or you can have him with nice broad shoulders and looking like this. It's all just depending on what you want. Now, getting into the articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you get some nice articulation out of that. Whoa. Get some nice articulation out of that. It can't really look up. Whoa, his head just popped off. So, yeah, see, his head's on ball joint. So you just kind of be careful, because if you move his head a lot, it does pop off. That is like the 3rd time it's happened to me, so it's a thing that happens. Oh well, it's not gonna hurt the figure or anything like that. But so yeah, you can get some nice tilting out of his head. You can look down pretty well. Up, not really. He doesn't even look up at all, I don't think. It's pretty much just looking forward. And then, yeah, you get the rotations and all that stuff the ball joints do. He's got that hinge there in the shoulder. He's got the ball jointed shoulders. He's got the ball jointed elbows. And no, this is not a double hinged elbow. This is just the transformation joint, so you get a backward elbow bend. So if you want his arm looking like it broke, then you can do that. Up here, you get ball jointed hips. You get a swivel. And you do get a knee bend, a really well knee bend due to transformation. And then you technically get a little bit of a foot pivoting. And also another thing that I find quite funny about this guy is he can also hold a deluxe scale weapon. So let me just grab Blades' gun real quick. So Blades' gun, which has the standard deluxe peg, and you can actually use Shockwave's normal hand, and he can actually wield deluxe scale weapons, and that's kind of cool. I do like the way that this looks. I'm really digging the way that you can display Shockwave using deluxe scale weapons. So you can use like swords and all kinds of various different weapons. They are also having the I think it's San Diego Comic-Con. They're having that deluxe retool of this guy to look like Reflector, and so that will be kind of neat. And I've heard that you can kind of get 3 of them. If it's not in a 3-pack, but I heard that you can kind of make them into like a makeshift camera mode. I know that Reflector's gun mode is supposed to be a camera, like a Cybertronian camera, but it doesn't work. I don't think that this figure was a figure they should have chosen to make Reflector, but it's kind of cool that they did it. I'm not going to get it because I don't go to any of the Comic-Cons, so yeah, sorry. I guess maybe one day I'll get it on eBay or something like that, but I don't know. I've never been really too fond of Reflector. I mean, he's 3 robots, so pretty much exactly the same to turn into a camera. Woo. I mean, that's cool, I guess, to some people. Spy bots, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me. I just never liked them. I don't like how they all talk in the exact same way, and they always talk at the same time. It bothers me. It's like the Insecticons. I love the Insecticons, but their G1 voices and everything was so annoying. That really infuriates me. But, so yeah. So this is the Transformers Combiner Wars Legends, I think it was, Legend Class Shockwave. So I say this is probably one of the best Shockwaves you'll get for about $10. I think that's how much mine costed, 10 American dollars. So yeah, I say pick him up. If you see him for a nice decent price at your local stores, get him. He's really, really cool. I usually just like to display him like sitting on Bruticus's shoulder just because of reasons. I like my Bruticus Shockwaves being paired together. So yeah. My opinion on this guy is really good. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section below. I do love to hear what you guys think about these toys. Tell me if you have him. If you do have him, tell me if you like him. If you don't have him, tell me what you would like to see improved in him, or just basically, yeah, just tell me what you think. I want to know what you guys think about this toy. So yeah, well, I'm Shockwave640, and thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, hail Lord Megatron!